Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, out enjoying another day of mountain biking, but today we're going to be talking about Xbox, the next Warbond, and how it lines up with not only the Gears of War release, but also, well, the Fall of Reach was right around the time of August 26th. So we're going to go over all that information, what you can be expecting, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So we have quite a few topics to talk about today, Helldivers. The first thing is we are currently in the middle of a major order where we are going to go ahead and rebuild, well, Remembrance, and we have about a couple of days to go ahead and hold all of the designated planets and complete the required number of operations. The project is the first step towards restoring the noble capital planet of our Federation to its rightful state of glory, which is all really fine and dandy, but today we're going to focus much more on the next major update, which we pretty much know the date of, and also what it means for Xbox. The first thing I want to go over with is, well, this might be a little aggressive, but absolutely screw this Twitter post right here and the person who posted it, saying, "We may not be able to stop the release, but Helldivers 2 has team killing. We have to do our part and ruin Xbox players' experiences on day one. Use the high-end stratagems on your team, waste lives, ruin extraction, steal samples. We got this. Super Earth needs you." This is absolutely the worst take I've ever seen. Everyone that gets the game on Xbox will thoroughly be a Helldiver just like the rest of us, and if you go ahead and grief your teammates because of what console you're on, you are absolutely brain dead, and you need to go outside and touch grass. And if there's anyone that has actual clearance to tell someone to go touch grass, it's probably me. Now, that being said, with the Xbox release, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. The first thing is you'll want to know it's not going to be coming to Game Pass. Baskinator already confirmed there are no plans to release on Game Pass at this time. May come in the future, never say never, even though I do believe they actually said it's never coming to Game Pass, but we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think this is a big deal. It's a $40 game, which isn't even the cost of a normal AAA title. Not to mention the currency in the game is free to find, so it's not like the typical live service free-to-play model. Now, that being said, you also will not be able to get cross-progression if you play on another system. Unfortunately, Arrowhead didn't realize that, cross-progression was going to be a wanted feature. Johan had said there will probably be cross-progression sometime in the future. We didn't think enough people would be interested, so we decided to cut it, but now it seems there's a significant part of the audience that is playing on both platforms. That said, Peelstead has also said this is by no means a promise or guarantee. So it's something that they are working on possibly, but they also did say that it's definitely not going to be ready by August 26th, so just something to keep in mind. But August 26th is probably one of the more interesting dates they could have chosen to release this. And we talked about this in a video the other day about how Gears of War is actually releasing on August 26th, the exact same day that it comes to Xbox. Now, I did actually make a post right here. Iron Sights leaked the chainsword melee weapon a long time ago. And then I went ahead and clarified Gears of War Reloaded and Helldivers 2 both released on Xbox on August 26th. Iron Sights actually found that so interesting he decided to repost that on Twitter. So it does seem like there's a little bit of a ball moving in that regard. The chainsword isn't a 1-for-1 collab with Gears of War if it comes like that. There is the Lancer in Gears of War, which does have a chainsaw on it, which would make a lot of sense and could fit with this. It's also very important to know that Johan Peelstedt himself drew the line on crossovers, saying everything past this line would not be a crossover in the future. So on the right, you have Halo, Star Wars, Doom, Warhammer 40K, which, that's where the chainsword's from, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Snoop Dogg. Sorry, bud, you're not in it. What he did show was Killzone, which obviously came to the game, Starship Troopers, Halo ODST, and then Warhammer 40K, but a different variation with the regular grunts. So there's two important things to keep in mind there. Halo ODST is definitely on the table, which could be interesting with August 26th as well. Gears of War wasn't even mentioned or put on by the fan community, but the Warhammer 40K chainsword wielded by the huge Space Marines might not actually be viable because it was passed on by Johan. We also know that, Arrowhead has confirmed that since February, there has been something new in the works in regards to a new collab. A developer claimed that something in the very early stages was asked when asked about future potential crossovers. And since that was in February and we are getting the release in August next month, I have to assume that's what they were talking about, and they knew that it was coming to Xbox a long time ago. There are some core tenets that Johan actually put out in regards to collaboration. He only wanted to choose IPs that are appropriate for the Helldivers IP, close to a 1v1 match. Remember, crossover lore would become canon of Helldivers 2. Immersion breaks for other players, limit the rate of collaborations too much will dilute, be conservative and stringent as crossovers compound. Try to do right by the source IP and its fans, strive to modify as little as possible from the original inspiration, and seek to become experts on the source material. Why I think Gears also kind of fits into that is, in Gears, they have the Locust Horde. The Locust Horde was a race of reptilian humanoids that until Emergence Day appear to have remained in the subterranean regions. And while the Locusts are technically reptilian, the name implies bugs, which also fits in with Terminids, and I mean, the characters in Gears of War aren't too different from, just normal humans that are just on steroids all the time. time, basically. That being said, going back to Halo ODST, which was on Johannes Pietelstedt's approved collaborations that he'd want to see, there is some rumors actually going around that August 26th is big because that was the fall of Reach. And while there is some truth to that, it does fall between July 24th and August 30th, which was actually the official end of the fall of Reach. So Reach fell on August 30th. However, on August 26th, Noble Team is extracted from New Alexandria and the Covenant forces continue their assault. Fall of Reach was actually a great game, and I wouldn't mind to see a Halo collab, but they did draw the line at Halo ODST specifically, and I actually have a theory that maybe when this game does come to Xbox, it's not going to be just a Gears of War or a specific Halo collaboration. It might be a couple of different IPs. You see, in Halo ODST, they had the really cool suppressor weaponry while you were running around the city, and something Iron Sights has actually let us know about is that there is suppressed weapon gameplay. The suppressor attachment seems to work for the most part. Audio is unfinished, and that could be something that comes with a big, huge update with more weapon customization. And the reason that's important is, well, the other big thing is August 26th falls on a Tuesday, and that will have been about 2 to 3 months since the Illuminate invaded Super Earth in the Hearts of Democracy update. So this is going to be the day that we see the next huge update for Helldivers 2 with the Xbox launch, most likely a collaboration once again in celebration of all this, because there's no way that Sony and Xbox are not going to do a collaboration with Gears of War dropping on the exact same day. That's just, it would be brain dead marketing. But I would be hopeful to see the suppressor as well. We'll play a little bit of gameplay of the suppressor. In case you haven't seen it, most of you on this channel probably have already, but we'll go ahead and roll some just in case.
Prosperity.
Let me know down below, guys, what are your thoughts on Xbox Warbond, also Gears of War, Halo, and do you have a problem with the game coming to Xbox? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here. We're covering more news on Helldivers on the daily. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading managed democracy.